Hey guys, Scott here, Carolina Barrel Blade, 212 East Poinsett Street, Greer, 864-655-7651 or 1-844-SHOOT-FAST. I can't remember what the numbers are. Give us a call, like our Facebook page, Carolina Barrel Blade LLC. Follow us on YouTube right here. And don't forget to follow us at Barrel Blade on Twitter and Instagram. Real quick, we've talked a lot about basis for training and things like that. Basis is for the business, and I want to talk to you a little bit about how we started as a business. In 2001, we started this business under a different name in Duncan. We lived in Duncan at the time. We lived on Duncan River Road, a little small apartment, and we started this business at our kitchen table. I'd begun my training career a couple of years earlier, and I'd started going to some schools. I went to ASP class, the Expandable Baton course, and there I met a guy named Carl Wester. Carl worked for a company called Global Risk. He was he was a trainer there, and what Global Risk did was close personal protection, or bodyguards. They had a bodyguard service. And while I was there, he explained to me that, these guys are not all, he was a British guy, by the way, these guys are not always like James Bond running around with a Walther. Most of the time when they travel, they're protecting their clients. If they can't carry firearms, they would use batons and knives. And the reason being was, anywhere you are in the world, you can always come up with a baton or a knife. And with that, we began to talk and eventually, picked Carl's brain and started a business. And we started off as a knife fighting business because I had experience with knives beginning way back at Ranger Battalion, 3rd Battalion. So that's how we started. I'd also got some experience at the Criminal Justice Academy with an introduction in the knife defense, and then it just kind of progressed from there, getting with martial arts guys, so the program developed there. And with that, I want to give you a couple things. One thing is we love the element of surprise. And quite frankly, you probably didn't even notice that I palmed this knife, and it's a pretty good size. It's a bayonet, military bayonet. We like the surprise. If you can get surprise out of it, that's the first rule with a knife is surprise. After that, if you got to show it, be prepared to use it. We've always heard that throughout our whole lives. Don't pull a weapon that you're not prepared to use. I would say don't carry one that you're not prepared to use. But anyway, if you go into a defensive position, you're up here, get your hands up. Get your hands up. With us, we like to keep things short and crisp. And by the way, while I'm talking about it, this knife is completely impractical for civilian use. About the only thing it's really good for that I can see is military application. I've never seen a cop and very few civilians, I've never seen a cop carry one this size or anybody outside of the military. So with that, because of the blade length, it's just really impractical. What you're more than likely going to be using is something like this. Right? This is a custom made, by the way, J-Lark Carolina Barrel Blade knife. Only place to get it here. If you like it, call me. We'll hook you up. We'll get you in touch with Jay. He can make you one. It's a copy of a World War II fighting knife, actually, but it's much shorter. One of the things, blade length. Military knives are made to penetrate, get deep, get up next to an organ. Most people carry something like this, something with a blade length this size. With a blade length this size, especially if you got some plus size guy or gal, someone big, you're not going to penetrate deep enough to get to an organ. And if you do happen to hit something vital, it may take as long as 3 minutes for them to exsanguinate or bleed out before the fight's really over with. So we have a different approach. Rather than do stabbing moves, by the way, if you do that with a Krav Maga guy like Chris Cromer and the Krav Maga guys across over there at Upstate Krav Maga, you're probably going to lose your knife. If you get an ice pick, you're probably going to lose your knife. Just had a conversation with one of the Greer police officers, Chris Eller, and it's the very thing we were talking about. Lack of training with knives. If you don't know what you're doing, you can lose it. Keep it short moves. You want to attack the appendages. What you want to attack is the hands. Here we talk about everything from a less lethal standpoint. We talk about the assault's going to come from the hands. It's not going to come from anywhere else. So if you can produce a wound to a tendon, if you can cut through tendons or ligaments or produce a wound that maybe will stop them from being able to grab, if you can keep them from grabbing, the fight's over. If you can take these out of the equation, the fight ends there. As well, I guess what I'm saying, I think after these years of experience, we've realized that we can articulate, even though this is a lethal device, the tactics that we teach are less lethal. In other words, if you're attacking the hands or attacking the arms, there's a higher likelihood that you're not going to produce a life-threatening wound. However, you're going to produce a wound that's going to cause them to spend some time with their orthopedic surgeon, but they have a higher likelihood of survival. So that's our tidbit for today. And last thing, more than likely, it's going to be a folder. Fixed blades, short fixed blades, good folding knife. Don't really have to spend a whole heck of a lot of money, even though we like nice ones. Just get a good folder, good fixed blade, keep it tight, attack the arms. That's the tidbit, and get in touch with us on our social media. Stay safe, shoot fast.